but they get along in that way. So that's what it's really getting at. And so I think just all of the, can see how mythology is rooted in astrology with the addition of math and symbology to it. But you can kind of see this by Aphrodite's husband held up contempt of the Olympians because he wanted that place to Aphrodite. He wanted to be Aphrodite's husband. He wanted to be in that place. She already had a husband. She relationship, but he fought that. Her faces, but for the most part, he's a little more than a symbol of war. This could be said for Aries. Aries and Mars, Aries is a symbol of war. From the very small circumstances to the very large circumstances. And all the planets influence Earth and influence us and influence our history. So that's that part of it. He is not a distinct personality like Hermes or Hero or Apollo, so fire now. So he has no cities where he is worshipped, like preyed upon, everybody's, bowing down, kind of thing. The Greeks said vaguely because they lived their lives in the gods. They gave and sacrificed for the gods because they would run their life. They were the rules. So the rulers. The Greeks said vaguely that he came from Thrace, home of a rude, fierce people in the northeast of Greece. Appropriately, the bird was the vulture. The dog was wrong by being chosen as his animal. Here's another thing that I just want to add to this. So we know that Scorpio used to be ruled by Mars, which Aries is ruled by Mars. So it's weird because Aries is a fire sign, Scorpio is a water sign. It feels like it shouldn't be. Scorpio had its water, but then added a whole lot of fire to it, and then with that, all that water to it, and then I would say that Scorpio would make a fourth fire sign. But so one the symbols for Scorpio is not only a scorpion. Scorpio, it is the most complex sign, so it's made of like 3 parts, I think. One of them is the eagle. If you listen to just Peachy, one of the lyrics for the Scorpio, under a Scorpio sign of sky, is fly like an eagle in the sky, fly like the eagle in the sky, because of that courageous and that love and that intense, strong heroicness for others. And so you can see that that Scorpio and that Aries, and Aries is represented by the vulture, which makes so much sense in that way. So that was a little reading for you on the mythology. And so I don't really want to go back through it and discuss, but I think that we went over that already. So okay. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna take a break. We're gonna come back and we're gonna get into the next part of this, which is going to talk about Aries in daily life. Okay? Thank you very much. Okay. So, everybody, let's turn the camera a little bit. Okay. Okay. Welcome back. And we're going to get into it. Okay. I want to make it as spotless as I can. Okay. So. Use that marker. Okay. Hope that this can give me enough of the juice that I need for this. So. Illies in daily life. Okay. So glad that this season is coming to an end. I might give a little break before starting Labor Club, because I've been doing this so long, it's kind of getting me a little bit mentally exhausted of doing these things. So, I feel kind of achieved that this Illy season is almost done, because I'm kind of getting a little bit tired of it. I'm going to move on to something else. But so anyway, Illies in daily life. Bear with me, please. So, okay. So, what page is it? 94. We'll go over Illies as a child afterward. Okay? So what page was it? 94. Okay. I wonder if I can find like another little thing to use. That'll do for now. Okay. So in this first paragraph, so I want you to turn now to that page. So does everybody have turned to that page in their books? So page 95, where it starts on. Okay. I'm going to give you a couple minutes for you all to do that. Does everybody have their books with them? Great. Okay. Chapter 6. Section 6. So, okay. So, this first big paragraph, we talks about, Illies in daily life. So, this is talking about how, that it wants to try another place. It wants to be, and I'm going to write these two words down. So the first important thing is that Illy seizes the moment. It seizes the moment. So when it says seizes the moment, it means to take advantage of that moment. Doing something. So that's basically what that means. So even outside their duties and responsibilities at school and work or as a parent, those are the other areas. These are the areas that we may do on the categories for another year. It always sparks a sense of adventure and ambition in their daily life. Couple of words, and I think that we've seen these before. Okay. Adventure. So day-to-day life, basically. Ambition. Okay. So adventure, that's not really neat. Okay, so adventure, it was a very adventurous, wanting to go on some type of journey, whatever it might be, traveling, going to a new place. It needs variety. It needs something to stimulate it. You all should know adventure. Ambition. Ambition. Wanting to take on more. Wanting to achieve. Wanting to achieve. And I want to write this down too. Achieve. 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 Achievement. Trying to find the right context. So achievement, wanting to achieve, wanting to master something, to whatever level, maybe the highest level. Wanting to achievements could be like winning a athletic race, invent a new machine or way of transportation, whatever it is. We already talked about one of the planets influencing Aries. Well, two of them are Uranus and Jupiter. Uranus is the originality and futuristic and innovation. Jupiter is fortune. It is expansion. It is higher mind and learning. So these come together with Mars and Mercury, and with a little addition of purpose with Saturn, come together and make Aries. Although I don't know about Venus still. Definitely not Pluto. But those are a couple of things. So, okay. So an example would be wanting to know a place to eat out. So Aries has already tried it and taken the initiative to explore new terrain. So, I'm making a list. It's Aries goals. These are all the goals. We have expansion, exploration, excuse me. Expansion, Jupiter. I was expanding its mind and what's doing. Exploration, exploring, exploring a new, a new type of area of history, new subject, new restaurant in this case. So, you should all know exploring. So add in the personal fire elementation, because we know it is personal fire. And we get a straight shooter who knows what they like. It always is straight too. I didn't spell that right, but straight shooter who knows what they like and who knows what they don't like. Particularly if you have your Jupiter in Virgo. I have that placement in my chart. And I found out the only thing I know is that it's a particular placement. Knows what they like, knows what they don't like. Pretty easy to understand. Often, always will find an interest or a place that they will absolutely love and will continue to support and explore that interest. For instance, an always might become a regular at a restaurant or coffee shop because they always knows what they like and enjoys the convenience this consistency might provide for the rest of their many adventures. Libra. that balancing act, that groundedness to being able to focus and commit to something, I could benefit that as well as anybody here. So, because it always knows what they, okay, so we already did that. So, on the convenience that it provides, some place at their disposal to go to, do all those things over here. So, Aries may also be the first person to arrive in the morning. Their bold and charismatic presence might also ensure that the servers or baristas know who they are. Couple of other words: bold, bright. Really, bold is very big and bright facial features that really stand out and are very, very strong looking. And charismatic. Really, having a charisma. That's what that word comes from. With a lot of personality and very, not shy, basically. Not shy is what, not a shy presence. A very, outgoing presence, and there's several words to describe charismatic. But, whiskey, doing, all those things, goer, basically, presence. So, everyone knows who they are, or most at least. Mars, Aries' ruling planet Mars makes Aries outward and physical in their approach to daily life. On a low end, outward and physical, okay? Going outward into the world, out of themselves. This might find Aries with a sense of urgency, even on their day off. So, feeling on that urgency that they need to do something, that need to do all of these things here, that they need to get out of the house. It's important for Aries to remind themselves that it is safe to relax and unwind. Libra. This is part of their work evolving through Libra, which rules over the sunset, which is another, symbol for Libra. Aries may find themselves struggling in the arena of daily life if they have not fully integrated their lessons from Libra. Balance and patience. Those are the lessons that Aries need to learn. Balancing things out with others, all that they're doing, and being patient. So, the square Aries holds to Cancer and Capricorn allows it to explore its relationship to daily life. Aries is the individual, and Cancer and Capricorn rule the relationships. Cancer, family, and Capricorn, the authority figures, the political government, work, career, bosses, all those kinds of things. And then Libra, relationship. Venus rules that in the 7th house. So, staying at home will make Aries feel bored and uninspired. Bored and uninspired are two words used to describe what Aries does not want. So bored should be pretty simple, and uninspired not to be inspired to go on a new path and to try new things. And I think that this pandemic right now that we're going through would really make sense, and also summer vacation. So uninspired with the pandemic. This can cause Aries to fall into its deficiency. If Aries spends too much time at home, their love of life and newness may become stagnant, bored, or depressed. So I'm going to write down these questions of words. So, just so that you can see here. So, we might not get through all of the section today. I really do not know. I'm just going to write down important words, basically. So, let's see. So, bored, deficient, deficiency. So, stagnant, not being stimulated, stuck and wet and funk and all that kind of thing. Depressed, just mental, as you know, and uninspired. This is what it could lead to. Not getting what it needs. So, it's important for Aries to know when to rest, but also they need to take the initiative themselves, proactively. They need to take the proactive initiative, because they're an individual. This goes for their career ambitions, as well as for new hobbies and extracurricular activities. So, the balancing act of the individual and also the relationship with Aries and Libra. That goes for that. So, Aries loves to have a great deal of activities going on. Therefore, Aries holds the capacity to become involved in many different activities. These activities will often even create opportunities for Aries to become a leader. The Aries who is expanded in the career and works as a great prolific activist or speaker may also find that in their daily life they become quite interested in something completely different, other than selves, outward. Perhaps the Aries becomes a gardener in the daily life. The actual hobby will greatly differ from Aries to Aries, but for the sake of example, gardening feels very balancing. So this is so then it talks about gardening and basically how Aries rules the time to of the morning. Get up and do something. And we talked about Aries as balancing with the other elements. The dirt and the soil, earth, the water, obviously, and the air, breathing fresh air. And it's really calming and relaxing and really reviving, balancing for them. So, okay. So, now we're going to talk about them actually doing something in that next paragraph. So, as Aries continues to expand in their life and career, they may lose sight of their individual needs, becoming much more of a champion for the collective, losing their individual, thinking so much and doing so much for others that they're not thinking about themselves. Again, that balancing. Aries and Libra. Therefore, daily life becomes an incredible opportunity for Aries to continue to shine a light to their own sense of self. Just recognize and live their own life and choose their own path and do what they need, do what they want. So this will come in the form of personal identity, discovering, recognizing who they are on their own self, or self-discovery, trying things and discovering things themselves. Looking for things, finding things to do. So Aries, the Aries who wakes up early to garden for fun as opposed to waking up to be the hero for the world, finds themselves putting their whole heart into their newfound hobby. Having an activity in which Aries is not ambitious helps to soften Aries and actually refuels Aries with new inspiration. Again, softening, refueling, not with the pressures and not with the demands what society wants, and that on their own self can soften it and refuel it. So revive them. So when what Aries will find is that they have become quite intuitive with their new love of whatever that is. Often through trial and error, the courageous spirit of Aries is not afraid to fail, so to be sure, Aries will try something new. So trial and error, trying it, risk-taking, trying new things, and maybe they mess up, but they'll just keep trying and trying again until it just doesn't work for them. So they're very courageous to try something new. So I want to write that word down. Having courage, which comes with confidence. Confidence and then the actual doing of something else. Or to themselves, it doesn't matter. But So okay. So Aries is not afraid to fail and not afraid to try something new. If it doesn't, so it challenges, basically challenging himself for a challenge. If it doesn't work out, they'll try it again. If Aries does feel or create missteps on their new adventure towards self-discovery, it's important that they don't become flustered or discouraged. Flustered means, not being able to focus on it, and overwhelmed, it's not working out, all these negative thoughts about it, and it's just, I'm disappointed and mad at it, and it comes with impatientness as well, or discouraged, dismotivated and led away from doing it. If Aries takes it too personally and makes their daily life a competition, then they're sure to start a passion project that they're passionate about, something that they're passionate about, feel strongly about, but not finish or follow through. So taking off the pressure of Aries is part of the lesson here. So we're going to stop here. And we're going to take a break. Okay, thank you, everybody.